Here's another 5x7 I did for the September challenge. This is 2023, and this one is something I always love doing, which is Nasturtiums. Really great flower, and they pop a couple seeds in the ground and they bloom up until it snows. So you've always got nasturtium flowers around. And then this vase is a new vase I just bought at the Clark Museum, one of my favorite museums. It's got some great John Cena Sargents there, but a lot of flower painting still lifes. You're always dealing with green, lots of green leaves, green stems. So the red is a great foil for that, to make that stuff pop. So I was excited when I found this vase. And the other thing that's really hard with still lifes is the scale of things. And most vases are already, you know, a foot high, and then you've got a foot of flowers above that, and you end up with these ridiculous big giant compositions. So what I'm always searching for are great little vessels like this that you can, you know, do a different composition that could be square or rectangle, but it doesn't have to dictate big long stems that are really huge. And on this one thing I noticed you can see in the camera is how much darker the reflection is there. So that's kind of was an easy one to read, that this was going to be brighter red, that was going to be darker. You don't see as much detail in the reflection. That's something I see in some paintings. People really overdo all the little details, and it doesn't read as believable as if you leave some of that out. And nasturtiums is great leaves too. They got such a cool shape to them. So then here's the 5x7, which is a great little format. You can do one a day. Doesn't wear you out. And there with the red, okay, one last thing. So with the red, what I used to do, would I'd be like, oh, this whole big sphere, this whole thing's red, I'm just gonna block it all in red, and then go back in and bring up lighter areas, you know, darken, you know, deepen some of the other areas darker with some blue or violet or some green. And instead, what I've learned now is that no matter how careful you are, you're still picking up some of that paint from underneath, and you don't get as distinctive marks and colors as you would if you did it the way I do now, which is deciding these smaller areas first and then blocking them in. And so it's, I don't know if I'm explaining that well enough, but that it's just something I've learned over hundreds of paintings, that it seems to leave with a more interesting finished look. And there you can see I haven't cleaned my palette yet. You still got some of that. I'm gonna use 2 palette knives, kind of a sharper one, and then brushes. No, I think I did the whole thing with 4. About 1/4 inch. All Rosemary and Company, of course. All right, thank you very much.